Welcome back to Amathlab. I just did a video on adding and subtraction, addition and subtraction I should say. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand upon that. I'm going to bring out some bigger numbers in some different cases. Also, maybe if I have a little bit of time, I'll do a word problem or so. Okay, so let's get started here. I've got 6,002 minus 1238. Okay, I picked this one for a reason. As you can see here, if you watched my last video, you saw that if this number is less than this number, well then I have to borrow one from the next one. Well, in this case, the next one is 0 and so is the next one after that, so it gets a little complicated here, but not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's second nature. So what I need to do is I need to borrow one from the 6 over here, which will give this 1. This will make this a 10, and then what I can do is I can borrow one for this one. I can borrow one over here, and so if I do that, that will now make this one a 9. So I can cross out that 0, and then I can add one right here. Remember, I'm trying to get I'm trying to borrow one for this 2 over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cross that out. I'm going to cross this out, and this will actually be a 9, and this will be a 12 now. So I just borrowed one from this 6 all the way over here. So now I've got 12 minus 8, which is equal to 4. Now I've got 9 minus 3, which is equal to 6. And then I've got 9 minus 2, which is 7. And actually, since I borrowed one from this 6 over here, I forgot to write my little 5. But here it is, 5 minus 1, which is 4. So I know it looks a little complicated. When you watch this video a couple times, you'll get it. And there it is. So let's move on to the next one. Let's see what I wrote. Okay. What if it asks you like this? 32,439 minus 1498. If they ask you a question like this, that's okay, it's not a problem. All it means is that we have to rewrite it so that we can understand it better and so that we can actually perform the subtraction the way that we've been doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this number. Since it's smaller, by the way, I always take the smaller number and I put it underneath the larger number, okay? Because if you do it the other way around, it just won't work. That's all. So now I'm going to do the exact same things I've already been doing in the first place. So you notice that this is actually greater than this number, so we don't have to borrow one from the next value over here. So 9 minus 8 is 1, and then, but on the other hand, this one is actually less than the bottom number here, so I have to borrow one from the next one. So when I do that, this would be a 13. 13 minus 9 is 4, and then this is now a 3 since I borrowed one. So notice this 3 is less than this 4, so I have to borrow one over here. That'll make it a 13. 13 minus 4 is 9. And then I've got 2. Actually, I borrowed one from this 2, didn't I? So now if I subtract 1 from 2, then I just have a 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. And then, of course, this is just a 0 right here, right? So 3 minus 0 is just 3. So, I hope that was pretty straightforward for you. If you've been following along, if you watched the first one, this probably wasn't too tough for you. Let's see. Let's think of something like this. What if they ask you in words? 1,523 increased by, I don't know, 105. Hope you can see that. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that. That's good. Okay. So 1,523 increased by 105. Okay, that's not a problem. All we're going to do is we're going to set it up in the same way that we've been doing. Now notice actually in your homework sometimes they'll switch it up, they'll put some words in there. They really want you to just use what you've just learned and set it up the way that they've been teaching you how to set it up. So in this case, you just say, okay, 1,523 increased by 105. Notice the word increased, because increased means addition. So it's increased by 105. So I'm going to add 105. Okay, if I add 105, now I've got 3 plus 5 is 8, 2 plus 0 is 2, 5 plus 1 is 6, and 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1,628. Okay. How about this? 82 less than 2,243. I don't know. Okay, so 82 less than 2,243. Okay, let's look at this. Less than. Less than just means, that's an A. Okay, less than always means subtraction. So if they flip it up on you like this, that's okay. All we're going to do is do exactly what we've been doing in the first place. We're going to take the larger number, which is 2,243, and we're going to place it over this smaller number, so 2,243. And notice how I'm lining the two together. This is a subtraction problem. So here's the tens place, and here's the tens place of this number. I'm sorry, this is the tens place, and then these are single digits right here. So I'm lining it up. Now, if I had a number right here, then, you know, like for example 100, of course it'd be aligned with the hundredths place of the next number, of the larger number I should say. Okay, so now all we need to do is perform this operation. You've noticed that this one is actually greater than the bottom number. Okay, well that means we don't have to borrow from this one. That's perfect. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Notice that this is less than the bottom number, so that means that we actually have to borrow from the next one. That's okay. So this 2 becomes a 1, and I'm going to bring a 1 over here. 14 minus 8 is 6. And notice that since we borrowed 1 from the 2 is now a 1. The 1 comes down here, and then we've got 2 minus 0, because these are really zeros right here, which is just 2. Okay, I hope that was kind of simple. Let's see how much time I have left. 6:58. Okay, I'm going to make this one quick. I saw a pretty good example in a book. Let's see. It says 3 top television shows entertain the following number of viewers in 1 week. 26,548,000 for American Idol. God, that's a lot. Okay, so I've got this number, 26,548,000 viewers. 26,930,000 for Grey's Anatomy, and 20,805,000 for House. Interesting. So they want to know, find the sum of the viewers for these shows. Not a problem. We'll just do exactly what we've been doing. Notice all the values are lined up, so that all we have to do now is add them. Okay? 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0. Okay, 5 plus 0 plus 8 is 13. Now notice 13, and then 1 goes up here, and we're just going to add that. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 0 is 8. 5 plus 9 is 14, plus 8 is 22. So put the 2 here, put the 2 here. Okay. 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 6 is 14, plus 0 is 14. Put the 4 here, add 1 over here. Well, 2 plus 2 plus 2 is already, we know, is 6, plus 1 is 7. Just add in our commas where they go, and that's it. That's how many total viewers that there were in 1 week. Oh my god, that's huge. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's helped you out quite a bit, and stay tuned. I've got one more lesson on this, I believe.